So good morning everybody, my name is Kelly and today we're going to be going through a 30-minute bit of breathing exercises and a good full body stretch to get you set up for the week. So just making sure that you're comfortable, sitting up nice and tall, palms facing up, relaxing them onto the knees there, and let's close the eyes. And start by taking some nice, slow, deep inhales and long, slow, deep exhales. And as you breathe, just really bringing all of your attention, all of your awareness into the body and the breath here. So just completely focusing on the present moment of how your body feels. And as you breathe, I want you just to take this time to notice if there's any parts of your body that feel a little bit tense, maybe a little bit tight, something that is a little bit niggling you, and just send your breath to that area. So by that I mean just imagine sending the breath there and softening it. And just notice the sensations of calmness, of more stillness as you breathe deeply. And take a big deep inhale in through the nose. And we're going to open the mouth, sigh it out. Good, and we'll do this again. Sighing it out. And bringing your hands to your rib cage here. And I want you to breathe into the hands. So by that, I want you to imagine sending the breath down to the bottom of the lungs. So rather than just breathing from the top, breathing into the hands in the base of the belly and the lungs here. And again, a big final deep inhale here. Exhale it out. Drop the hands back to the knees with the palms facing down. And we're just going to go through a couple of cycles of triangle breathing before we begin our practice today to really just calm and center us and get a lot of oxygen in the body before we move into our practice. So we're going to be breathing in for 5, holding for 6, exhaling for 7, and we're going to do it 3 times. So just preparing yourself, sitting up nice and tall, and draw that belly button into the spine ever so slightly as you squeeze the body up nice and tall, and just exhale from the current breath. Beginning to breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the last cycle in your own time. Good, and after you've finished that cycle, just dropping the chin down to the chest. And taking it up to the sky. Bringing the head back down to center and just taking some semicircular neck rolls here. So around to one shoulder, and then we'll go around to the other. It's a good move to keep the neck and the shoulders agile and mobile as we spend a lot of time in front of the computer, staring straight ahead. So it's nice just to move the neck and the shoulders. And then bring it back into center here. You can keep the eyes closed if you want, or you're open them, your choice. But I want you to inhale, lift the shoulders up by the ears. Exhale them back. Inhale them down. Exhale them forward. Inhale up. Exhale them back. Inhale them down. Exhale forward. So just going to do that a little bit faster. So you're going to go up, back, down, forward. Up, back, down, forward. Up, back, down, forward. And reverse. Back, up, forward, down. Back, up, forward, down. And just relax. Good stuff. Taking the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, hands come together as you drop the chin down to the chest. And think about drawing the belly button into the spine here. And we'll release, right hand comes across the body, pulling on that with the left arm. So just placing the left hand across the forearm. So you get a nice stretch through the shoulders. And we'll swap sides. Good, so bringing the left hand across the body. That's it. We're going to crunch in the shoulder there. Cross the body. That's it. And then we're going to bring the hands together again. Interlace the fingers. Round the back, chin to chest. And then we're going to go up to the sky. Flip the palms so they're facing upwards. Lift up as high as you can. Taking a big inhale here. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. And back again, in up. Gonna go again, back to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Good, nice big stretch down the side of the body here. Bring the hands to the knees. Let's roll over onto our hands and knees. You can take them off that cushion if you're on one. And we're going to go nice and wide on the legs. So we're going to come down into a child's pose, but we're going to do an active child's pose. So I want you to walk the hands and across the mat, on the fingertips. Forehead comes down, elbows stay off the ground, and reach the hands away. So I want you to feel that you're lengthening through the spine. And then we're going to walk the hands to the left side of the mat and walk them off the mat this time. And then start to twist under the left armpit. And we'll go over to the right side of the mat. Try and twist under the left. Back into the middle. Pushing the hands up. And then come up onto your knees here. Now your choice if you want to put a pillow under your head as you come into puppy. You're going to bring the chin or the forehead down. So if you bring the forehead down, it's a little bit of a less intense stretch than if you try and bring the chin down. You can try both if you want. Again, keep the elbows off the ground, keep the bum up into the air and drop down. And slowly bring it up. Good, nice big stretch for the shoulders, that one. Removing the pillow, shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, tuck the toes, and let's push back to a downward dog. Oh, I can feel it tight in the legs there. A couple of bends in the knees if you want. And then maybe you want to look under the arms. So remember, in your downward dog, always push the head through the arms. So if your head is past your elbows, I want you to push it back through as if you're trying to get it towards your thighs. Then squeeze the thighs and lift the knees up. Watch the heels drop down to the ground. Fingers should be spread wide. You want to see lots of mat in between the fingertips. Couple more breaths here. You continue to bend the knees if that feels comfortable, or you can just stay static, your choice. And then we're going to roll over to a high plank here. So we're in our high plank. Squeeze the belly button in. I want you to round the upper back and squeeze the core in. Now squeeze your bum and squeeze your thighs as well. So try and get the shoulders over the wrist. If you need to, drop your knees, but if not, I want you just to stay here for another 2 and 1. Push back to a downward dog. Take the left leg to the sky. Bring it forward, in between the hands, and rise up into a high lunge. So on the balls of the back foot, arms are up, we're pushing into that left leg, and we're extending that right leg. So you want to feel it down the right hip flexor here. Push into that left leg, arms come up. And we're going to take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. See if you can take the hands and slide them back and down the right leg and look up to the sky. So keep pushing into that left foot, and then we'll slowly bring it up. Interlace the hands in front of the face and round the back, so you're getting the arms reaching away diagonally. Good, and we'll bring it back up to the sky, back into our high lunge, and then hands come down either side of that left foot and take it back. We're going to drop the knees, bend the elbows as we lower all the way to the ground, and come up to our cobra here. Come onto the knees, tuck the toes, down dog. Take 3 big breaths. Remember, each time that you're in your downward dog, just check your position. Heels to the ground, knees lift up, squeeze the thighs, big deep inhales. We'll take 1 more. And this time we'll take the right leg to the sky. Up as high as you can, then we'll bring it forward in between the hands. Same thing, high up in our lunge here. So lunging into the right leg this time. A nice big stretch down the left hip flexor, so great for runners or cyclists, but also great if you're sitting a lot, which most of us are. Bringing the arms up. Good. We're going to do the same thing here. Hands come behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Can you take it down the left leg, reaching up to the sky? And then we'll bring it slowly forward. Interlace the hands in front of the face and reach the arms away into that diagonal. Good, and then hands drop down to the ground. Take the right leg back. And we're going to again drop the knees, bend the elbows all the way to the ground. Push up to a cobra here. Elbows are squeezed into the side. And then let's come onto our knees. Take a child's pose. So you can do it with the knees together if you want, or knees apart. Maybe drop the head, bring the arms down by the side, and let's take some nice big breaths. And remember, you're always welcome to put a pillow under your head here if it feels more comfortable. We'll take 1 more breath here. And then use the core, lift the body back up. Good stuff. Hands come forward, tuck the toes, push back to downward dog. I want you to look at the hands, bend the knees, step the feet behind the hands, inhale the arms all the way up, exhale them down into center. And again, inhale up, exhale forward fold, inhale halfway lift, exhale hands down. You can try and hop or step back to your high plank. If you want to hop, push the weight into your hands and jump back. That's just an option. From here, drop the knees, and I want you just to bring the body up onto the knees like this. Bring the right leg, in front of you. We're going to do a little bit of core and stability here. So bringing the hands in front of you, so the right leg's out. You can always roll something or put a cushion under your knee. I might put a cushion under my left knee actually, so it's on a hard floor. Now we're going to do a little bow and arrow sequence. So you're going to take the right arm back and follow the hand all the way to the back of the room. So I want you to go using the head turning to the back, and then we're going to bring it back to the front. And then we're going to swap and take the left hand back. Follow the left hand to the back of the room, and then you bring it back to the front. So as you do this, you could easily just sort of swing the arms around. I want you to think about keeping the core strong, pushing the feet in opposite directions, and be as strong and stable as you can, working to a lot of the stabilizing muscles here. So see if you can do it with your eyes closed. So we'll start by taking the right hand back and inhaling it back, and then exhale it forward. Inhale the left side back. Exhale it forward. Inhale the right. Exhale it back. Good. Inhale the left. Exhale it forward. Dropping the hands down either side of the right foot. Tuck the toes of the left leg, sorry. And so you've got the knee off the ground on the left side. Now if you find this is a little bit tight, you might want to be on your fingertips, or you can always put a cushion or a block underneath your hands. But I want you just to take a little lunge here, pop forward and backwards on the right leg. So we're really working into the groin and the hip flexor. Then we're going to move the pillow. You're going to hop the back foot inner just a little bit and straighten both legs. And lean forward over that right leg. So I've brought my legs in quite a way, they're probably like 3 feet apart, and then drop the head down. Now again, you might find if you're tight in your hips and the hamstrings, that you're going to have your hands hovering off the floor, which is fine, but you just want to make sure that the feet are pushing in opposite directions to keep that balance and that stability in your core. And just keep the head drop down, hanging towards the right knee. Good, and we'll bend that right knee just a little bit, take it back. Bring both hands on the inside of the right leg, and you can move around a little bit here. So if you want to wiggle the hips side to side, some of you are like, oh gosh, this is really tight. If you, again, runner, cyclist, anything like that, this is going to be great. Now bring the left hand into the middle slightly, and we're going to open the right hand up to the sky. So follow that gaze of the hand. Open up the chest as much as you can do. Good, and we'll slowly bring it down. Then we'll take the left hand to the sky. And then we're going to try and bring the left hand under the right leg. There's a bit of a weird one. Looking around to the right shoulder. Good stuff, guys. And then we'll bring the hands back flat either side of that right leg, and then let's kick the right leg up to the sky. A little bend in the knees, shake it out, and we'll bring it down. Left leg goes up, and bring the left leg forward. So we're in our little runner's lunge here, pulsing back and forward on the toes, side to side. And then again, if you want here, you can drop the knee, bring the hands on the inside of the left leg, and just a little wiggle side to side. So working into the groin and the hip flexor there. Good. Then we'll tuck the toes of the right foot, lift up. We're going to take the left hand up to the sky, following the hand, and bring it down. We're going to bring the right hand up, stretching up, and then we'll bring the right hand under the left leg. And bring it back down. Good. Hands either side of the left leg. Oh, sweep it up to the sky, give it a little kick out, bend it. And back to our downward dog. Good. From your downward dog, rolling over to your high plank, holding it here, rounding the upper back, squeeze the bum, squeeze the thighs, and we'll go back to our downward dog. Good stuff. Heels to the ground, little bends in the knees. And drop to your knees, cross the ankles here, and come onto your bum. Good stuff. Okay, so from here, I want you to shift the weight onto your sitting bones. And we're just going to hold it here for a little bit of core work. Now your choice, stay here, or if you want to go further, you can extend the legs. So we're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, got a wobble going on 2, 1, drop it down. Good stuff. So extend the left leg. Bring the right leg over. So I'll go slowly because I always get lose people on this one. Left leg is straight, right leg crosses over the left leg. We're going to turn the body around to the back on the right side. So bring your right hand behind your back. So keep the right hand close to the spine. If you have the right hand like that, you're going to get a bit of you're lengthening it. What we need to do is keep it in so your right hand's like a second spine. Left hand goes up to the sky, and then we're going to bring that around on the outside of the right thigh and twist around to the back over the right shoulder. So think about squeezing that belly in a little bit as you start to twist over the right shoulder. That's it. And remember, the more that you push into the thigh with the arm, the more you're going to get that twist in the back. And we'll gently come back to the front. Good. Take the right leg down, left leg comes up. We'll put left leg over the right leg. The same thing this time, left hand behind the back, right hand comes up. Start to twist around to the left. Use that right arm to push on the left thigh. Take that twist over the left shoulder. Remember, you want to keep that hand, that left arm, like a second spine, so it's nice and close to the back. And we'll come to the front. Should feel a nice little stretch in the back there, that one. Now we're going to bring the feet together. So we'll start close here in butterfly. So feet are, bring them in as close as you can do. And then just give the legs a little bounce. That's it. So I want you to sit up nice and tall. So if you feel like you're hunching, try and bring the spine up straight. I know it can be quite tight for some people here, so you do end up sort of hunching to try and compensate for that. But I want you to bring the chest up, and as you do, bend the elbows backwards and you lean forwards. Little bounces on the knees here. And then we're going to move them forward into a diamond. Like this. So take them forward, we're going to lean forward, and you should feel this on the outside of the hips a little bit this time. And drop the head towards the feet. That's it, we'll slowly come up. Now we're going to just take a really simple forward fold here, one of my favourite yoga stretches. So if you are really tight, put something under your bum because it helps your hips push forward. Always just put it over under the edge, just a little bit to tilt it forward. You don't have to. Now we're going to fold forward over the legs, but what I want you to think about doing here is hinging from the hips. So a lot of times, especially if you're tight in the hamstrings, the back of the legs, or anywhere in the back, you'll end up doing this. And most people just put their chin to the chest rather than trying to get your chest to the thighs. So to do that, I want you to think about hinging from the hips here rather than just reaching with the upper back. Now if you are really tight, you're going to bring the arms up. You're going to lean forward. You might think, oh, I can't go any further than here. If you can't, I want you to still stay there because we're working on stretching through the spine but also working with the hips. But if not, I want you to keep reaching the body forward over towards the toes. So remember, aiming for chest down to the thighs, not just rounding the back, getting the knee to the nose. So wherever you are, keep the arms straight and reach them away. Imagine you've got an imaginary person pulling your arms away there. Flex the toes up to the sky. That's it, guys, good. Toes up to the sky, reaching away. And if you are a little bit more bendy, you can maybe grab your hands over the toes. See how you get on. Good. I'm going to hold it for another couple of breaths, and I want you to, as you exhale, see if you can just eke yourself a little bit closer towards the thighs. Good. And then we'll slowly come up. We're going to go back down into that one more time. So remember, same thing. If you're really tight, you might find you like this. You think, I'm not going anywhere, which is fine, but you're still working the stretch. I don't like this one. reaching forward, okay? So take a big inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, forward fold again as far as you can over towards the toes. This is such a nice stretch for the back of the legs, the hamstrings, it works into the lower back as well. So for all of you, anyone that's been exercising or sitting, so I'm pretty sure everybody's in one of those categories, you're going to get a benefit from this one. And we'll just take another couple of breaths. And we'll bring it up nice and slowly. Removing the cushion. So that's a great one. If anyone at home is tight, do that one when you're watching the TV. Just sit there like this when you're watching whatever you're watching on the box. Okie dokie. So come back onto your sitting bones, shift the weight up, and then we're going to lower down to the ground, but I want you to do it slowly as you take the legs down flat. Nice and controlled, coming down to the ground. Good stuff. From here, just bending the feet up so that you can just about touch your ankles with your toes. Now push the feet into the mat. So I want you to push your feet as if you're trying to break the mat away. Then you start to activate your muscles in the thighs and the bum and slowly start to lift up, squeezing as much as you can. So hips are off the ground. So you shouldn't feel any pressure in the lower back here. If you do, you need to push the feet in more and squeeze the thighs. Now you can roll onto your shoulders here too, if you want to roll onto the shoulders. Lift the hips up to the sky. We're going to hold it for another 3, 2, 1. Nice and slowly rolling it down. Give yourself a hug here. Just hug the knees into the chest. See if you can grab either elbow with your hands. You really squeeze yourself into a ball and going side to side. Good. And then bring the head off the mat, bury the head in towards the knees. And then drop the head back down. Now extend the left leg. Keep that right leg squeezed in, and then you're going to take it across the body. You're going to take it to the left side. So I want you to drop the right knee down. Don't have it hanging in the air. Keep bringing it down to the ground, or put a pillow under your knee. Right arm is still extended out, and look over to the right side so we get that twist in the spine. That's it. And then we'll gently bring it in. Hug both knees back into the chest. Extend the right leg. And we'll do the same thing again. Take the left leg down across the body to the right side. And we'll look over to the left. So remember, if you're not feeling this stretch, you can always move around a little bit. If you think, oh, I can't feel it yet, maybe extend the left leg or try and twist over to the left more. You want to feel that twist in the spine. And we'll bring it back into center. Giving yourself another little hug around the back. Squeeze the body in. And then we're going to just drop the body down straight. That doesn't make sense. We're going to extend the arms and the legs, drop the body down straight. Extend the arms and the legs. And then if you've got a pillow here, maybe you want to put it under your knees just to protect the back. Or you can put it under your head. I just ask you here to let the arms roll to the side, let the legs roll to the side, and then lift your head up, extend the spine of the neck and drop it back down. And then close the eyes. And start by taking 3 big deep inhales and 3 big exhales to settle us down into the mat. And wherever focus the attention on the breath. So just follow the breath, the pattern of the breath as it comes in and out of the body. And then just start to deepen the breath here. With each breath that you're taking, feel that it's bringing some life, some energy, with all that oxygen that you're breathing in, a little bit of movement to the body. Using the breath to energize you. And then starting to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Maybe moving the head, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the jaw. And then taking a stretch out over the head. Extend the arms, extend the legs, maybe take a yawn. And then we're going to roll our bodies over to the right side. And before we push ourselves back up to seated, I want you to leave anything that is not serving you on the mat. Anything that doesn't make you feel good, anything that is niggling you. Just leave it there on the mat as we sit up and back into a cross-legged position, starting the rest of the day in the right way. Coming to cross-legged, hands together in prayer in front of the heart. Taking a final big deep inhale here, in through the nose. Exhaling out through the mouth. And namaste.